everyone. Welcome. Hi, Jeannie.
Hi,
How are you?
good. Thanks for the invite.
Of course, of course. Welcome, everyone. Please, at the end, feel free to ask any questions if you have them. I'm so excited to introduce you guys to Jeannie. Not only is she Beauty Society CEO, she is a really cool and fun person. She is just so real, so raw, so genuine. That was one of the first things that I just loved about her. I loved her authenticity, and I think you guys will feel that from her today. Fun fact about Jeannie, she's the type of CEO that instead of taking a paycheck, she poured her money back into her company to be able to buy more equipment in order to make and package and ship all of our own products. And I just think that that is something that is so cool and just speaks volumes of the kind of human she is, right? Another fun fact, when Beauty Society exploded, um, she moved the corporate headquarters from a small facility in California to a just enormous facility in Las Vegas. And almost every single employee moved to Las Vegas. They moved their homes, they moved their families because that's how much they love working for Jeannie. That's the kind of work environment it is. And that is the kind of home that they feel. And they love Beauty Society so much. So, not only is she good to all of us, she's good to those employees that are there every single day. And that is something that I think is great too. And for all of you that are on here, I hope you understand that you really are impacting real lives. We're creating so many jobs right here in the United States, right here in Las Vegas. I just think that's special. So, Jeannie, tell them, a little about you and like what made you even start Beauty Society.
Oh my God, talk about me, my favorite subject. No, no, Beauty Society, my favorite subject. Well, I started Beauty Society 20 years ago. I was fast approaching my 40th birthday, and I needed something to do, something that mattered. I mother of 4 kids, um, love being a mother. It's like the greatest gift and job on the planet, right? My oldest son moved off to college, and no one warned me what that was going to feel like. Wait, I heard about empty nest. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. That empty nest hit me really hard. So I realized I wanted something to do more than just being a mom, and a wife. I wanted to make an impact, have a purpose. And so I realized to actually do something that has purpose attached to it, it had to be really meaningful, meaningful to me, for it to be meaningful to anyone else. And so I did a lot of soul searching, and I thought, what do I really, really, really care about? Like, what really matters to me? And I had to come to a very like awkward conclusion. Like, the only thing that really mattered to me, well, one was my girlfriends. My relationship with the women in my life mattered to me so much. I didn't grow up with sisters, so I always longed for a sister. I only had brothers. But what I looked like, my appearance, and I like sat there and I was kind of like embarrassed myself that I thought, wait, your appearance, you care about that? But it's the truth. I still felt like that 19-year-old girl, but I was almost 40. And back then, 20 years ago, I thought 40 was my life was over. Sorry for anyone that's approaching 40. That's how I felt. Now I'm approaching 60, and I feel better than ever. I do for the products to help me look better made me feel better. And when that happened, when products were developed, I had them developed by very, very, very specialist people to develop those products. If I knew it made me feel so much better about myself, I knew it would make everyone feel better. And then wrapping around this business model where I make a bunch of girlfriends, right? And I just made sure that at every junction that this is an everyone wins plan. So everyone wins because the products are amazing. Everyone wins because the products are everything that people care about: paraben free, sulfate free, gluten free, made in the USA, now made in Las Vegas, USA. Leaping Buddy certified, like all those things. A 12-month money back guarantee mattered to me so much because I cannot tell you how many beauty products that I burned my money on before I started Beauty Society, trying to feel better about myself, that it didn't work and I couldn't get my money back and all that stuff. I just went all in and nothing's changed. I'm still all in. I knew in the beginning that the only way for this to be fully sustainable and that everyone could win is we needed to cut out the middleman. We needed to cut out any manufacturing. We needed to do it ourselves. We need to buy the best of the best of the best raw ingredients from the ingredient providers and producers to make the world's greatest products. We had to have an in-home, in-home, in-office chemist that would develop the products. So anyway, all those things. That's why I started it. Anyway, I'm so glad you guys are all here.
So Jeannie, some of these women maybe haven't jumped in yet. Some are still considering it, but a lot of them have already jumped in. What is your best advice for them to get started?
Um, Fall in love with the products, right? I wouldn't
Mhm.
suggest that anyone sells something to someone unless they're like passionate about them, right? Um, Fall in love with yourself, like feel good about yourself. There's that, but also know that you're going to be surrounded by so many women that were new at one point, right? You're going to be surrounded by women that have never done this before, like you, if you've never done this before. Um, you're going to be surrounded by women who have done this before with other firms, other companies, and had massive success. And they're gonna help you. They're gonna link arms with you and wrap their arms around you and give you tips and pointers. And um, you can do it. We all have that little thing on our shoulder that's doubts, like I'm not gonna make it, or I don't know, all the little things. I'm gonna run out of gas in my car, all those kind of things. We all have doubts. 100% with this, it's meant to be lucrative, it's meant to be fun, it's meant to be empowering, it's meant to make a difference in lives, in our skin, in the environment, right? Eco-friendly. Trust it. The only way I've found in my life to trust something, the best way to trust it is to trust it. So go full in, all in, your heart in, your soul in, trust it, and use all the resources, all of them. And the biggest person that you need to trust in your Beauty Society venture is yourself. To have faith in yourself. That's
Yep, so true. Like something led you here, right? Like whatever that is, just embrace it and run with it. We have your back. We keep it simple. We have the concierge program. Guys, we brought a cool idea to Jeannie. We wanted to automate and really simplify, have our launch so that it doesn't matter where someone joins, whether they're 50 levels deep. We wanted to make sure that they all had access to the best training possible and that it was just simple. Because when things get too complicated, it gets confusing. And that's something Jeannie and I both don't like. We're not about confusing. Keep it simple.
I don't like complicated. That
No,
doesn't work.
no. So, we had this awesome idea. We had hired a business coach. When we first jumped in with Beauty Society, we hired a business coach. And the business coach gave an idea for automating it. And Jeannie took it and was like, well, what if we did that? But we actually had real people Zoom and speak and have a call with all of our new people. And I was like, can we do that? And she was like, why not? So brought it back to the business coach and she was like, that's the coolest idea ever. I absolutely love it. So, Jeannie, you, you know, you always had a passion for Beauty Society. You always saw the vision. But you didn't have automatic success. Can you share a little bit about that?
Um, First there was me, right? I knew nothing about the industry. I'd never done direct sales before. So I was really, virgin at this, just getting started. So it grew organically. I had so many people contact me and say, I'm so-and-so, I can bring, 5,500 people to Beauty Society. I said, how are you going to do that? And, what are you talking about? Like, usually men would say it. some 30,000 people. I go, okay, I mean, tell me more about that. How do you know these people? Well, I've worked with them in the past. They're all, big team. And they would try and sell me the team, like $90,000. And one guy called and said, 800, not like a lot of money. I can't remember, like ridiculous. I didn't care if it was 5 cents. I would say, people aren't for sale. That sounds like human trafficking to me. You know what I mean? Like people can organically join a beauty society. That's just always been my thing. So I also didn't, how to explain this? The like the DSA, the Direct Sellers Association, I didn't like lock arms with them. I didn't join their group, their club. I went with my gut. Like first it was, what do customers want? The very first thing is the world's greatest product, mind-blowing products at affordable pricing. That was the first thing. And the 12-month money back guarantee. If anyone's unhappy, I know good news travels, but bad news will travel like wildfire. So I made a huge, it was super important to me that the products were that good that people would reorder them, customers for life, and that everyone would have a really good experience. And then we rolled that into every beauty advisor would have a really good experience, and just become friends. And it is business. We are building, some of us are going to build really small little beauty empires. Some of you are going to build massive beauty empires, but it can be done. Like business can be fun and it can be meaningful, and it can be powerful in such a way that not only money is made, but lives are changed and people feel really better about themselves. I guess, hope that answered your question.
Jeannie, you're really passionate that you want your advisors to make money, not spend money. And that was something that I thought was really cool to hear right from the get-go. I love that our discount is off the top. We don't have to purchase products and then get paid back for them. I love that we have these customers that are so obsessed with these products that we have that month after month residual income. Tell us about like returns or the reorder rate and stuff like that. Why are people so obsessed with Beauty Society?
Well, they're obsessed with Beauty Society. Everyone, I guess, has different reasons, but the main ones, products actually work. For me, it was the first time in my entire life that I put product on my face that I saw immediate, crazy results that were cumulative. Like every day I used it, it got better and better and better and better. So that was great. Our customers are experiencing that. You will too if you haven't used them yet, or maybe just getting started with them. I don't know, just to truly care about every bottle, every jar, every tube that leaves the building. Products that work really well. For many people, it's going to be the first time they've ever experienced that. One of the reasons for the 12-month money back guarantee is listen, women are skeptical just because we're women. We can be skeptical. Like, are you sure about that? Like, we don't, not everyone's like a yes person. Sounds good. They want to know why, right? Women want to know the why. So the 12-month money back guarantee gives you the opportunity to, when you're talking to someone, maybe it's someone you know, or maybe it's a perfect stranger, someone you just met, about the products that you love, that even though they're skeptical, because they should be, that it gives them that, okay, it's 12-month money back guarantee. I have nothing to lose. They literally have everything to gain and nothing to lose. We have less than a quarter of 1% return rate. I was told 20 years ago that it was business suicide to offer 12-month money back guarantee. I said, well, 100% I'm going to do it. No one can convince me not to. And here we are 20 years later. It's been it's not so much a tool. It's not a sales tool. It's just the truth. If someone's not happy with a purchase, they can exchange it or it gets refunded and it's no questions asked. And when you guys all have an opportunity to come out to headquarters and see our place, we have a shipping department that's really awesome, manufacturing and shipping. But we have one little section in the shipping department that's the returns department, and I love it because it's tiny. There's like nothing in there, and it always makes me happy. I like to show that.
Jeannie,
Anyway.
You use the ingredients, the heavy hitting ingredients, and you use the max dose of them. These ingredients have studies done on them. They are proven to work, the ingredients that you use. Why didn't you just sell them in a doctor's office?
Um, Good question. In fact, when the products were first developed, so, I mean, just incredible results. And I decided I wanted to do the direct sales model. I was looking into it. My husband at the time said, Jeannie, you're crazy. Don't do that. That's just a lot of work. Sounds like, you don't know anything about the industry. He goes, you should put these products in every plastic surgeon's office across the country and, get rich. And I looked at him and I guess it wasn't the obedient wife, whatever. And I said, absolutely not. I said, yes, I could potentially do that and build a beauty empire and, sit on an island all by myself. I'd rather do it, build an empire with thousands and thousands and thousands of women, and we all sit on an island together, thousands of us, all proud of ourselves. This wasn't about me. In fact, I was never the face of the company. My face wasn't ever on the website or the catalog for the longest time, because this is not about me. It's about you. It's about you and it's about your clients, your customers. It's never been
So,
about me. Just
Jeannie,
recently.
you have this was one of the things that impressed me most finding you. You had back in 2020 when we found you, no debt, no investors. Why have you not chosen to bring in any investors?
Um, I like to run things my way.
Yep.
I guess I'm sure most of you women understand how that is. Like, we're gonna go my
Yep.
way, right? We're gonna load the dishwasher and empty it this way, right? Um, I want to do it my way. I knew it was a mistake to borrow money, because then you have this huge debt leaning over your head and it could put you out of business. I knew it would be a huge mistake to get investors, because you have to, I don't know, just more pressure with that. And I didn't want to disappoint anyone. That wasn't about that. Definitely not interested in like private equity money. And because we've had so much success over the past few years, and we were on the, Inc. 5000 list, top, fastest growing direct sales company in the US, privately held in the past few years, right? The phone rings a lot. My email blows up from investment firms wanting to give me a lot of money, give us a lot of money. And some of the numbers are like extremely high, but I know that's selling my soul, selling the soul of beauty society. I'm
Yep.
not going to do it. I'm never going to do it. Can't convince me to do it ever. And I don't know. I pretty much stay in my own lane. You guys probably, many of you on the Zoom call probably know more about what happens in other companies than I do, because you've been there and you've seen it. Um, the ones that I've seen that take that chance, they borrow a lot of money or they get a big investment firm. I've noticed for many of them, it seems to be the beginning of the end. And for us, this is just the beginning and it's never going to end.
I love that. I love that. So good. So, tell us a little bit about the refill program. What made you come up with this idea?
Do you want the full story?
Sure.
Okay. So, before we had makeup, I did buy my cosmetics from MAC. MAC was my go-to makeup brand. I just loved it. It was easy. I understood it, whatever. I knew the colors. I remember the lipstick names that I liked, whatever. That was my brand for makeup. And what I loved about MAC is they had this program, and I don't know if they still have it because I haven't shopped there since this happened, but like I could bring my empty MAC cosmetics, empty lipsticks, empty little powders or whatever. And if I brought them 4 empties to the makeup counter, like at the cosmetic counter, like at Nordstrom or whatever, they would give me a free lipstick. And I loved that. I mean, I just felt really good about that. I'm like, oh, that's so good for the environment. They recycle these things. And I love my free lipstick. I mean, sorry, I don't care who you are. Everyone loves something free. Um, so I did it for years, even before I started Beauty Society. That my skin didn't look good. I was using MAC moisturizers and serums. But anyway, I like the makeup. So one time in particular, the last time I ever did it, I brought my 4 empties. I remember my daughter Olivia was really tiny, so it was so long ago. She was a little girl. And I stood there and I picked out my little lipstick and whatever was holding in my hand. And it was a gentleman helping me. He goes, oh, so you got your free lipstick, right? And I said, yeah. And he goes, what else do you want? So I bought more stuff, right? Because I was at the MAC counter. And I said to him, I go, how does this work? He goes, what do you mean? I go, what do you do with these empty, containers? Because I'm thinking I'd already started my beauty society and I thought, how can I recreate this? How I loved the program. And he goes, girl, you don't know. I said, no, I'm dying to know. Tell me. can you please tell me, how does this work? What do you do with these empty containers? And he goes, we throw them in the trash. And I was devastated. I mean, literally, I felt betrayed, like all these horrible feelings. I was so upset. And I go, so really, this is just a ploy to get me back in here? You throw me a cheapo free lipstick and I spend more money? He goes, absolutely, works great, right? What else can I get you? That was it. I never shopped there ever again because I felt totally betrayed, like ripped off, lied to, all the things that women do not like. And then I was like, then I was on it. I'm like, I have to figure this out. How can I make this happen? But I thought, I can't have someone mail me back an empty bottle of our little secret, right? Because it's literally empty and it's kind of like trash, close to trash. Like, it's not good for the environment to put this on an airplane from like Florida to Huntington Beach, California. That's not good for the environment. What's it going to be? How can I make this happen? And I'll never forget, one night in the middle of the night, I woke up and it just came to me, refills. So good, refills. And I really had to sell it to my team. They're like, that's crazy. I go, if it's not crazy, I'm not interested in doing it. Like I like to do things that no one else does. You know what I mean? Being a woman, take chances. That was 17 years ago. And it's one of my, I love everything about Beauty Society, but it's one of my favorite things. We really do impact people's lives with helping be a role model to other companies and to families and to women. Like this, our little secret that you love, it's this beautiful glass bottle. Um, keep it, you can have this bottle for 20 years, maybe, if you never drop it, right? It's, I don't know, I just call it treasure, not trash, and I love it. And we sell the refills for less money. Skincare refills are 10% cheaper than regular. Our cosmetic refills now, like Sheer Joy refills, are 20% cheaper than the actual product. So, I don't know, just everything. We plant a tree with every refill that's purchased. The company that we use, the firm that plants the trees, they hire people in like war-torn villages or impoverished nations, or people who've been through like human trafficking situations. They employ them to plant the trees. So I don't know. It's all about win-win for me, for you
Yeah,
guys.
that's edenprojects.com for those that are interested in checking that out. So now before we came along in 2020, you did think like there were a lot of people that had been with you since the beginning. And I felt like that was so impressive. Like since Jeannie launched in 2005, she had a lot of the same advisors, but they weren't really team building. More so because they were doing more of like the in-person selling. And
Mhm.
I was really impressed though, as well, though, you had six-figure earners. You had a lot of successful women, but they were doing it more through just their personal sales. With the reorder rate,
Personal volume.
that's
Yeah.
possible, which I was impressed by. But when we came in 2020, we're like, oh my goodness, like there's not really anyone building online yet. I mean, I was seeing dollar signs. I was like, this is a unicorn company because not only is it debt free, female owned, no investors, like we are ready for explosion because we have everything in place. You had everything in place. We're not at the mercy of product suppliers. So that was just so exciting. It's like we got the perks of a startup in the sense that no one had really heard of Beauty Society yet, but yet the safety of a company that's well established. So when I'm telling you right now that you are in the right place at the right time, oh my goodness, I mean it. I am so thrilled for each and every one of you. Jeannie, tell me about like trips. Like a lot of people have asked, like, do you do a convention? Do you do trips?
Yeah, we
And
have an annual convention that everyone's invited to. We have an annual incentive trip that you have to do few things to earn the trip. We have twice a year what we call the corporate experience. You hit a certain level for the first time and you get invited out to Vegas, and we put you up and take you to dinner. You get to tour the facility and we all hang out and have a good time together. We have something we call the legacy trip, where the top gals at the certain level, legacy level and above, come to like an amazing trip. Last year we took a private yacht, fabulous private yacht all over Croatia, which was like amazing. I'd never been. I'd actually never even been to Europe. It was like so good and so beautiful and so amazing. Yeah, we do all that. Girls like to have fun, right?
One thing that was really interesting to me is that our first trip, someone came up to me and they said, you know, this is the first trip I've ever been on where someone didn't ask me what status I was or who my upline was. We all work together as one team. So it's people really just feel welcome here. And that's something that's really important to me. And I just want to make that really clear that if you're here to make $2 or you're here to become a millionaire, like I'm cool with either. And so is Jeannie. Like we, everyone here will treat you exactly the same. We really just value everyone. We want you at our events. We want to spend time with you. Like we just are really happy that you're here and whatever you want to do with it. It's all possible though, just so you know, it is all possible. I really do believe Jeannie's goal is to be the biggest beauty brand in the world. And I see it, I see the vision clearly. And I do think that that's going to happen.
Yeah, the stars are definitely aligning.
Yep.
Everything, all of our dreams are coming true, ladies. It's time.
Yep.
Direct to consumer. Oh, Melissa mentioned earlier about the no inventory thing. It's super, I want you to make money here, not spend money here. Like there's a few things you gotta get started, use your 60% off code, all that kind of stuff to get started. But the goal is to provide the really great products to your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, people you haven't met yet, strangers. And we ship directly to them, right? We try and do same day shipping within a few hours of the order coming in. We want the experience to the end user, the customer, to be like flawless and beautiful, and packages come really quickly. And now we have these beautiful, we try and pack everything in like really nice branded, beautiful boxes that are like so nice people don't even want to throw them away. Treasure, not trash. I don't want you to have a big cabinet in your house full of beauty products, right? And then your husband comes home and goes, "What's all this stuff? You know, blew up our credit card for, you know, all this money. What are you going to do with all this stuff?" Like, just, I don't want you to have the pressure of inventory sitting there. And like, I thought about other companies that people would buy the products and then sell them to their friends. I'm thinking for myself, when I got started, I had little kids. I'm thinking, if I had a bunch of jars like this at my house, there's no way I can keep my kids from opening it, stick their fingers in it, compromising the products, right? Just direct to consumer. And back when I started 20 years ago, people were used to being handed things, like not Amazon wasn't around. How does that sound? So people weren't really used to ordering online, but I made sure they ordered online. Even way back in the day, when we do parties, so I flew all over the country, sitting at someone's kitchen table, throwing my headband on and washing my face with them and showing how the products work and explaining them to them and selling the heck out of the stuff. Back in the day, parties like that, all the products would be shipped to the hostess. Like I had a Pampered Chef party one time to learn about it. Pampered Chef party, all my girlfriends came, they all bought Pampered Chef stuff. And I got home like 2 weeks later, and this huge box of rolling pins and kitchen stuff came to my house. Because I was the hostess, I had to like hunt down my friends, deliver the stuff to them. Like, I'm like, absolutely not. And honestly, I think we're the first direct sales company that started Party Plan that I had to have the software company rewrite it that no products were shipped. Everything was shipped direct to consumer. Anyway, now everyone loves shopping online and direct to consumer. So
Someone is asking how many active advisors we have.
I don't know. I think we're like 12,000, 13, somewhere between
Yeah.
just under 13,000 only. We're still
Yeah.
one of the best kept secrets out there. So it's beautiful timing.
Mm-hmm. I know. I know. It's so exciting. It's so awesome. I mean, that's just crazy. Like when I jumped into my previous company, I mean, I was number like 39,000. And like just to be here, there's whole zip codes where there are like no advisors. Like you're literally going to be the first person to share this with the world. And we do have plans for global expansion. I know that's a question, I'm sure. You know, we just got to make sure that we just get United States booming, going, make it make sense, right? To do global. They are asking about future plans for makeup.
Yep. Well, right now we have our concealer, our Sheer Joy, our Perfect 10, the timeless face sticks, the refillable face sticks, more lipsticks coming. Next up is eyeshadows. I want some brow products. I love a really, really good liquid eyeliner, I think would be great. So it's like smudge proof, all
Ooh.
that kind of stuff. And we take suggestions. Melissa, you just tell them about suggestions, how we do with that.
Yeah, yeah. No, we do take suggestions, which is really great. If there's something you want to see, send it into support. They'll pass it along. We have like a running list for that. And the thing that's great is when you are a leader here, you really work closely with corporate, and a lot of our visions are put to life, and it's just a great relationship because being on the field, we do sometimes see what works, right, and we know what our people want. So being able to have that relationship, and being able to have a corporate team that actually listens, like they listen to our suggestions, it's like the coolest thing ever. So grateful for that, so grateful that she allows us to have that. I mean, because a lot of times when you, especially like, I mean, what I've seen, like before I found Beauty Society, I interviewed with a lot of companies. This is a decision I did not take lightly. I knew that I was finding a new home, not just for me, but for my team. And I knew some would probably come, and I knew it had to be something where everyone could win. I knew I probably could go in anywhere and do well, but I knew for me to really feel fulfilled, my team had to win. And so, speaking to some of these like men CEOs, you could just tell like you weren't going to have a voice there. Like, they're trying to sell to me. It wasn't the same relationship. You have to be willing to allow someone else to come in and share and not be offended, right? That's something cool too.
Well,
um
what is it? One of the first things I told you girls, do you
yeah.
remember?
Yeah, you were like, you can't offend me, so
Yeah, I said you can't
yeah.
hurt my feelings. You
And
can't
I'm
hurt my
the
feelings.
same
It's
way.
impossible. And I think you probably like tried, like, that's not true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
and
know,
I'm
no,
the same
100%. You
way.
can't. The
I
only, what do
mean,
I always say? The only problems I can't fix are the ones I don't know exist.
exactly,
You know?
exactly. I mean, that's huge. That's everything. And then there was one more question I saw in here. Well, lots of comments. Someone says that it won't matter how big we get. I'm forever grateful for the free item, and my heart skips a beat when I see a free gift with purchase deal. So cool.
And we love those card deals.
Too. I love that it is $1 to sign up or $49, that they have a choice and anyone can afford it. So great. I love that. Um, let's see. Oh, they're asking about SPF.
Oh, yeah.
You know how I feel about SPF.
Yeah, me too.
Ah.
Yeah, so we need special in order. Okay, we have SPF now. It's called Making Shade. We have a sunscreen right here. Um, this is a product that I do not manufacture because I need special licensing, but we're working on that. And when we get SPF, we're gonna have the
That's gonna
best.
be so good. It's gonna be so good. She has so many good ideas too. She's known to like take some of like the ideas we have and then make them better, which I love.
What I can do is if there's a product out there that's new or been around forever, there's something that's just so fantastic. Um, I'll just check out the link, I'll buy it, and I put it on my chemist's desk, and I say, take this apart and put it back together better. And they can usually do that in as little as 4 days, 4 days or a
I'm
couple
getting
days.
a text message question. It's not a question, but just mentioning that, you Beauty Society had their biggest month in March. There was no product release. Like, what's going on? Why is that?
Um, well, thanks to you girls, the beauty advisors, right?
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I think in today's economy, we all are feeling the pinch. I mean, my God, I went to the store the other day, the grocery store. It's just me and my husband now. And I'm like buying a bunch of ingredients just to make him like this soup. And I looked at him, I go, just take me to dinner. I mean, it's so expensive just to buy the ingredients. So we're all feeling it. With people, women are always frugal about their purchases. They want to buy, they want nice things and they want it to things that they can afford. Our brand is completely high end. Gives them the results that maybe you'd have to go like to a med spa or something. I don't even know if med spa products are made as with the quality that ours are right now. If the quality's there, it'll be worth it. So, and we do our best. Like, we did have a price increase this year for the first time in the longest time. Like, or even like Our Little Secrets, one of my favorites. This just went up, but for almost 20 years, and we never raised the price. So I'm very careful about keeping things affordable. Even we can do it because we make them ourselves. But the cost of everything's going up just to have things shipped to us, and ingredients have gone up. So it had to go up a little bit. But as long as it's really high quality and they can't replace it, if they cheat on our skincare, their skin starts looking bad, right? And we keep it affordable, and then wrap anything's on subscription, it's 15% less as a Society Plus member. They love when they check out. We can say spend $15 more and get an extra $50 worth of stuff, just to, I value everyone's pocketbook, and I've been that person. There was a time when my kids were small, I was borrowing diapers over the fence from the neighbor. You know what I mean? I've been there. I know what it feels like. And even in the worst economy, like back in the Great Depression, back in the day, when my grandma was young, she used to tell me that lipstick and pantyhose, people still bought lipstick and pantyhose, even though they were like destitute. So the beauty industry, as long as it's quality, and affordable, women still want it, and they prefer our products. I don't know. I think they just like the service, the quality, and they love you girls.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Does anybody have any more questions? They love that the website works for you, encouraging higher transactions. They love the pina colada infused. They're probably asking about when that's going to come. I don't.
They're making it now. How's that sound?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're all over it.
So huge. So many people are looking, fine line between affordability and awesome results right now.
Normally, this industry, what I found about this industry is it tended to be underperforming products that were overpriced. That's how I felt about this industry back before I got in it. So that was something I was definitely number one on my list. That's not going to happen. How about overperforming products that are fairly priced? And when I first got in the industry, I found out it's called the dirty little secret. Because the chemists and scientists that create ingredients and stuff, they clued me in on it. We're not the only ones that can make the products this strong. We're not the only ones. Clearly anyone else could do it, but they choose not to. It's expensive, very expensive to make quality products. We have to buy quality ingredients, and we have to use the dose dependent level. Like, let's say that Matrixyl 3000, which is a certain peptide chain, Matrixyl 3000, it's an expensive ingredient, and the clinical studies show that Matrixyl 3000 can reduce the appearance of wrinkles up to 68% in as little as 21 days. That's what it says on the clinical study. But you have to use X percentage. In this industry, it's very unregulated. Someone could make a product and say, oh, this is fantastic, and it includes Matrixyl 3000. They only need a tiny drop of it to say it's in there. But we aren't going to do that, because I want someone to, wait, one, fall in love with it, two, buy it again forever. We use what's called the dose dependent level. If it's supposed to be 8%, Matrixyl 3000, 8 to 9% goes in this product. And I can guarantee that now, because we manufacture it ourselves.
So good. So good. I think you introduced the term angel dusting to me. I had never heard that before.
Yeah.
And that's where they sprinkle a little bit on. And that's why some people are like, I've used retinol before, it doesn't work. And it's like, no, you didn't have.
You got angel dusted.
You got, yeah, you got angel dusted.
Yeah, that was angel dust.
I'm getting some good text questions too. Okay, so someone is asking about, she's mentioning how we work together as a big team, instead of like the pressure of like doing it all yourself. Can you tell them about Society for All a little bit, and like what, just like your view from that? I know that's something more of our leaders run.
Yeah. You girls started Society for All. You sold me on it. I'm like, sounds good. Let's give it a shot. What an amazing, like, I know back in the day, everyone had their own VIP groups and then, try and get people in your group and it's like chaos and you just constantly be in there. And of course, with your own VIP group, even if I had one, I'd say drama free is the greatest thing ever. Don't ever buy anything else. Well, clearly I'm going to say that because I'm the owner of the company, right? Of
Right.
course I'm going to say it. Or even if it's your VIP group, you're going to go, oh my gosh, this mission accomplished. It's like the greatest anti-aging mousse moisturizer I've ever used. Well, clearly you're going to say it because it's your VIP group and they know they're going to buy it from you, right? No one makes a product. There's not a company out there that makes a product and says, um, it's pretty good. I think you're going to like it. It's okay. No one says that. We try and put good stuff in here. No one, everyone says it's the best, it's the greatest, you're gonna love it. Society for All has what, close to 200,000 people in it. Most people in that group are living, breathing, real moms, sisters, wives, daughters, customers. And they're saying, oh my God, look at my face. Look at my before picture. Look at my after. I thought my life was over. I thought I was never going to feel good about myself. I mean, it's living physical proof that everyone gets to share. And I love that you girls have done such an amazing job of, I'll say policing it, but I know you're not cops. Like it's everyone plays fair here. It's
Yeah.
what do I say? This is the beauty society, not the ugly society. Like you can have people that trust, love, or people you've never met before. You can invite that into that group and they can hear from you in that group. They know you. They can hear from the other leaders or the other beauty advisors. They get to hear from a 67-year-old woman that is only a beauty-sided customer and say, look at I'm 67 years old. Look how my skin is. That is major proof, right? That
Right.
is perfect. It's amazing.
I love it too. My issues, hyperpigmentation, adult acne, those are not the issues of a lot of my customers. So when they get to be in Society for All and they get to see someone that has their skin issues, maybe their same hair color or skin issues, like it just skin tone, right? Like it just is such a great selling tool. We're able to sell without selling,
So
without being salesy. We're able to sell with that third party validation, right? These people don't
I'm
have a dog
surfing
in
in
the
there.
fight, you
I'm
know,
surfing, not
it's just so
selling
great.
in
And we
April,
bring
right?
people value. We bring them value. We bring them freebie printables, different lifestyle improvement tips. Like we're really about, it doesn't matter if you buy one thing from us, you're going to get value from our community. You're going
And
to
it's not
get,
just wrinkles and dark circles.
yeah,
It's um, fun tips for your kids going back to school. It's,
so
I don't
good.
know. I'm a
It's
grandma. Do you ever have grandma issues up there? Like a grandma time,
wait,
just,
okay. Jeannie wants a grandma series. Okay. I'm
yeah,
it.
right?
That's a cute idea. I love that.
Yeah. I'm hot for
So good.
grandma. That sounds something like that, whatever.
So great. So great. All right. Well, let's see. Any more questions before we pop off of here? I really thank you for all your time, Jeannie. Like, I know it's so valuable. We're so grateful for you. It's so grateful for all of you guys for being on here as well. I just really wanted you guys to meet Jeannie and just feel her heart and see her in real life and just get to know her because she is the reason Beauty Society is so good. And I knew that it just wouldn't come full circle without you guys meeting her. So thank you guys so, so much.
Thanks for
Um,
having me. There's no place in the world I'd rather be than with you girls
Yeah,
doing this.
I mean, she was like, when? Let me know. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Like
How
she
about
was so
tomorrow? Let's
excited to meet you
go.
guys. So thank you guys so much. I hope everyone has a great night. Bye, guys.
Hi, nice meeting you.